ביאור משנה זין. ההולך ב-14 בניסן, you walking on the 14th of Nisan, it's the time of the Beit HaMikdash, so you're walking, לשחוט את פסחו, to slaughter your Pesach sacrifice. So you're on the way, you leave and you go on the way to Beit HaMikdash. את קורבן הפסח, or you're going ולמול את בנו, you're going to shul to circumcise your son. או למנות ולאכול, או לאכול סעודת אירוסין בבית חמיו. Or you're a chatan, you're a groom, and you're getting married, and there's going to be a feast in honor of your wedding in the house of your father-in-law. שכן היה מנהגם, this was the custom, בשעה שהחתן בא לקדש את האישה, that at the time that they do the betrothment, that your engagement party, again remember the engagement party today is under the chuppah. They're both brachas we say under the chuppah. Over there it was separated. So the engagement was the occurrence. לקדש את האישה, עושים לו סעודה בבית חמיו, then you make for him a big feast in the house of his father-in-law, והיא סעודת מצווה. This is considered to be just like a wedding, a סעודת מצווה.
Is that the same as the l'chaim?
Yeah, it's the same idea, yeah, but it's not the l'chaim. Halachically, it's not the l'chaim. Yeah. Because over there she's married from the Torah. After this, she's married. She's considered married. If somebody sleeps with her, then he gets a death penalty. In the l'chaim, it's nothing. It's commemoration. V'nizkar, and then if he goes to any of these commandments, these are all commandments that he has to do. And then he remembers that what? That he has Chametz back in his house. Now the question is, should he go back or continue to say? Now, if he has time for both, then it's obvious, he should do both.
This is a mitzvah and this is a mitzvah,
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah. In other words, if he has time for both,
Is more,
that's the question. Which mitzvah is more important? The burning of the chametz or those mitzvahs? ונזכר שיש לו חמץ בתוך ביתו. And he remembers that he has chametz inside his house, שלא ביערו עדיין, that he did not burn it yet. So it says, אם יכול לחזור ולבאר ולחזור למצוותו, obviously, if he can go back and do both of them, then I should do both of them. לקיים את המצווה שהולך לעשותה, he can do the mitzvah that he's going to do, כלומר שיש עוד שהות ביום לקיים אותה מצווה, which means there's another time during the day to do that particular commandment, יחזור ויבאר, he should go back and burn, that's obvious. את החמץ, ואם לאו, and if he doesn't have enough time, in other words, he has to choose either this one or this one, so what can he do? שאינו יכול לחזור לבאר ולחזור למצוותו, he cannot go back and burn and go back to his mitzvah, מבטלו בליבו. As we said from the Torah, it's enough to have the nullification in your heart. It's already not yours. Yeah, we're afraid that you might going to touch it and you're going to eat it and forget, but that's after the fact. It's enough from their heart to just מבטל. So you do nullification in your heart. מבטל את החמץ בליבו. You also do the nullification in his heart. שיהיה כעפר וכדבר שאין בו צורך כלל. You're going to say that it's like dust, it's something that you don't need at all, and you don't have to worry about it. What happened?
So in that case, if it's like dust, you wouldn't feed that to your animals either?
After you come back?
Yeah.
After you come back, you have to burn it.
No, it's still Shabbos though. You did the circumcision or whatever.
Our case over here doesn't talk הולך ב-14 בניסן. Yes. Actually, it doesn't discuss where it is, this Mishnah. It can be on a Monday. Okay. But it's the time to burn the chametz, that's the problem. Right. It's the time to burn the chametz. You don't burn the chametz, but you see, when you get home, you need to burn it. Yeah? But it's enough right now to just nullify it. Right. And if you can't burn because it's Shabbos, then you wait for after Shabbos. You put a cover it and then you do it after Shabbos. Okay. ואם הלך להציל מן הגיס, what about if he's in the army and he went to save people from the גיס, אנשי ישראל הנרדפים מחיל האויב. They are Jewish people who are run they are chased by the enemy. Umina nahar, or there's a river that goes overflowing and is drowning people and houses. להציל אנשים משפטו של נהר, or to save people from a river that's overflowing. Umina listim, or there's a band of bandits that roving around and you're going to save people from them. Midei shodedim, umina dleka, umina mapolet, or maybe there's a fire, maybe there's an earthquake and the house crumble. שיש בכל אלה ספק של סכנת נפשות. In all of these there's a doubt whether somebody is going to die or not. יבטל בליבו. Over there you doesn't even just to think about if there's time before, no time before. Yeah, you can do it immediately. That doesn't matter if it takes you 2 seconds to go and burn it. Says no. Right now the guy needs you. You go straight over there. Don't even make the calculation. Do I have time to do both? No. You're in life. You go first. יבטל בליבו. אף על פי שיש לו עוד שהות לחזור לביתו לבאר. Even though it's going to take you another 3 seconds to go and burn it. Says don't. Run right away. מכל מקום אינו צריך לחזור. Nevertheless, do not come back. משום ספק, סכנת נפשות. Because there's doubt. Even if you don't know for sure. They don't know even if they need you. Yeah? But since there's a doubt somebody might die, you have to go run and help. אלא יבטל את החמץ בליבו. In such a condition, you nullify the chametz in your heart. שכן מן התורה דיו ביטול בלבד. Because the Torah said it's enough just to nullify it from the heart. The rabbi says it's going to be dangerous. You're going to have donuts in the house. You shouldn't have them in the house. Go burn them. But that's from the rabbis. What about lishbot shvitat hareshut? So we already discussed this. This is a case where you have 2 towns who are 3,000 amma from each other. So you're not allowed to walk from one town to the other town because Trum Shabbat is 2,000 amma. So you go in between the 2 towns, it's 1,500 ammas in between the 2 towns, and you put food over there. Yeah? And now you are able to walk from one town to the other town. So this is what it means. What about you went and you wanted to stay at that place? In other words, there's 2 ways to do it, we said, if you remember. There's a way to bring the food over there, or there's a way to bring your legs over there. So you went to put your legs over there. So you're going to that place, and while you're going to that place, because you wanted on Pesach itself, that's coming up the next day, that happens to be on Shabbat, to walk into the other town, yeah, and now you remember, I have Chametz at home. So do I have to return back, or can I just nullify it in my heart? Because I'm going to go to do a mitzvah. Yeah, the mitzvah of Eruv Trumim. So, velishbot shvitat hareshut. So it says, if you're going to lishbot shvitat hareshut, that's an interesting concept. Wow. Because I thought that what we learned, that the only reason why you're allowed to do this, remind me if I'm wrong, when we learned Eruvin, I thought that we discussed it over there, and the conclusion was over there in Eruvin that the only reason you're allowed to do it is for a mitzvah. Right? Isn't that what we said it? Right? It's only for a wedding or a zeh. Over here, he says that you can do it just because you want to visit your grandmother or you want to visit your friend. This is called shvitat hareshut. Yeah, which is very strange because I didn't know we were even allowed to do that. But let's continue. I don't know what's going to happen here. אבל ההולך לערב עירובי תחומים, but the one who goes to do this עירובי תחומים, כדי ללך משם ביום טוב 2,000 אמה, so he can walk in יום טוב 2,000 אמה, ולא נתכוון לדבר מצווה. And it wasn't. So maybe there's such a possibility that you can do it even for not, because we learned you can't do it. Yeah? We learned before that you can't do it for not mitzvah. לא נתכוון לדבר מצווה, אלא לדבר רשות, you just wanted to visit your friend, ונזכר שיש לו חמץ בתוך ביתו, and in such a manner he remembered that the chametz inside his house, יחזור מיד. It says that you'll have to walk the back immediately. Because what do you mean? This is a mitzvah, that's why you have 2 derabanan over here. And the Rabbanan of Chametz is more important than your Rabbanan.
Because it's a reshut.
It's a reshut.
It's not chova.
Yeah. יחזור מיד לביתו ויבער את החמץ. So he has to return immediately and burn the chametz. Permission. You don't have to. It's not a commandment. ברם, אם נתכוון לדבר מצווה, but if he wanted to go to the other town for a commandment, כגון ללך לבית האבל, for example, to go to the house of mourning, to a funeral, or לבית החתנים, or to a wedding, או לבית המדרש, or to go learn Torah, או להקביל פני רבו וכיוצא בזה, or to receive his rabbis, to welcome his rabbi, הרי זה כדין ההולך לשחוט את פסחו. Then we consider it like you're going to go to doing a mitzvah. So you're doing it for the mitzvah, it overrules that דרבנן. שאם אין לו שהות לחזור לביתו, יבטל ביתו. Then you're allowed to nullify in his out. Very interesting, because in Eruvin we weren't introduced to this. This is something new. I think that in Eruvin we said the only reason you're allowed to do it is only for mitzvah.
He's going to talk about it.
Is it? Oh. בעלי התוספות מקשים על מה ששינינו בסיפא. So Tosfos says, have a question on what we said in the end. ולשבות שביתת הרשות. And he says, and you're going to make the eruv between the two cities a permission one, not a commandment. שהרי אמרו, because we learned in Gemara, אין מערבי עירוב הולכים אל דבר מצווה. The Tosfos says, what are you talking about? Like we learned in Eruvin. You're only doing it for the commandment. לפיכך מפרשים הם לשבות שביתת רשות. What does it mean לשבות שביתת הרשות? שהולך לשמוח בפסח בבית אוהבו או קרובו. It means that he's going to have a celebration at somebody, his friend. In other words, it's like half and half. It's not really a mitzvah. Yeah, it's not really a mitzvah, but it's a half mitzvah. Yeah. Because he can do it at his home. He doesn't have to go do it over there. But he says, no, I like it over there. He says, it is, okay, we consider it as a mitzvah. That's what you thought. You are allowed to, you're not allowed to. Because it's not a particular mitzvah. ברם יש כותבים, בדעתו זו right, שדווקא במערב בפת אינו מותר, אלא לדבר מצווה. There's a מחלוקת that says only when you make the eruv with the bread is not allowed for a mitzvah, אבל במערב ברגליו, but in our case, when he does it with his legs, וקונה שם שביתה, and he's actually, that's his dwelling place, מותר אפילו לדבר הרשות. Then you're allowed to do דבר רשות. So they say what we learned in the Eruvin is only when you send a messenger with food. Yeah. But when you go by yourself, you can do it even for any reason. ואם כן נדחית ממילא קושיית התוספות, and then we don't have the answer of the question. We have two answers for Tosfos. The first answer of Tosfos is the reason why it's different is because even though it's not a mitzvah to specifically celebrate Pesach at your friend's place, but it's not a mitzvah. You can celebrate at your house, in your town, but you'll feel better over there. So maybe that's enough to consider it a mitzvah. So he tells you, no, it's not enough to consider it a mitzvah. That's the first opinion of Tosfos. And the second opinion of Tosfos says, when do we say you're not allowed to do reshut? That you're not allowed to do eruv for your purposes, not for God's purposes. It's only when you do it with food. But when you actually do it with your legs, you're actually there at the time that Shabbos comes, then you are allowed to go to any kind of reason, because this is your place and you're allowed to walk to this town and you're allowed to walk in this town. You made your tent in between them.